welcome back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories, where I go with them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today, I'm going to go over a story that's definitely a little different, but certainly entertaining, which is titled, Am I Wrong for Treating This as a Breakup Worthy? Partner intentionally hit my laptop out of spite. And a shout out to Derek for sending over this story. And guys, this story, which is a little different than normal, is about two gals, a girl-on-girl relationship, proving that B-words be crazy, and also how much they love drama. This gal is breaking up with her unbelievably unhinged girlfriend after being pushed too far. And like the title says, this gal, they moved in together. They've been together for a while, and a history of drama and problems, yet they're still together. And this girl misplaces something of her girlfriend's, and out of spite, this gal hides her laptop, which could damage her finals and all that. And then when they break up, it is a absolute SHIT storm of the crap this unhinged chick pulls to get even with her. And I'm sure many of you guys have heard statistics about certain types of couples where very bad things happen and breakups and divorces are more common. This is going to prove the whole point. And I'm doing this one because you guys are probably like, I don't want to listen to this. Listen to it. This one proves that the same crap that happens between a hetero couple, man and woman, the same crap happens with two gals in a relationship, except this takes ugliness to a whole new level, making the point that human nature, human behavior is the same depending on what the relationships are, the orientation, dynamics, all that, and it's pretty darn funny. But the core lessons are there. When you have somebody that you're in a relationship with somebody and they have proven to be wacko or damaging or toxic or whatever you want to call it, you break up and you don't get back with them. Because if you take somebody back who treats you like that, like in this story, they're going to keep doing it. They're going to know you're going to keep taking them back, and it gets worse. And you're going to see that in the history of this couple here. So aside from being entertained and getting a good laugh, you guys will see what I talk about and the things I cover in the stories are going to be proven in this lesbian relationship. Definitely an entertaining one. So it starts off, says here, for some context here, my partner and I are in our late 20s and have been together for 7 years. We've had periods of breaking up and getting back together. There's a clue. We recently moved in together after a long period of what felt like stability and growth. But since the moving process and moving in, there's been a lot of strife and fighting. Some of it old problems coming back up, and some of it new issues. People never learn. If you're going to be on again, off again, breaking up and all that, guess what? The odds are it isn't going to work long term. Well, one reoccurring problem is my partner struggles with organization and will put her things, such as clothes and accessories, in piles in a specific but non-designated place for those things. For example, putting a pile of clothes and jewelry on the couch or entryway table. So she's a slob. Putting jewelry and clothes piling up on the couch. Come on here. When I accidentally move these items, usually due to needing to use that space for its intended purpose or some other purpose, it becomes a huge problem. She gets frustrated and overwhelmed quickly, has wanted me to drop what I'm doing to look for it, with an undercurrent of it being my fault, it's misplaced, and my responsibility to find it, which makes me not want to help anymore. And half of the time it ends up in a fight. It is exhausting. Drama, drama, drama. This is why I tell you, B-words be crazy. You know, there's always breakups, and there's always divorces, but it seems what I've read and heard, the highest divorce rates are actually female couples. Like here. This isn't going to surprise you. We're still in the process of unpacking and settling it, and right now it's one of our bathrooms. It's filled with storage. She put a stack of her clothes, including a hat, on top of the storage items. I needed to get those items to organize the house, and I did my best to put her things together. I don't recall moving her hat. Cue breakfast time, we're having a fine morning, chatting, and everything is good. She's getting dressed and goes to get her hat, which is not where she remembers putting it. Uh-oh, here we go with an SHIT storm. She can't find her hat. Immediately, she's upset with me, telling me I need to stop touching her stuff, and how I always do this, and she's getting agitated and frustrated. I tell her calmly but firmly that I have no intention of moving her things, but if I need to get to the storage, I will simply have to touch her stuff. And that has probably fell behind some things and to keep looking for it, and I know she'll find it. Well, she didn't want to hear that, and she became increasingly more upset, talking at me, storming around criticizing me instead of actively looking. And I lost my patience and left on a walk in the middle of her talking. Well, that's what you do. Walk out on the crazy bees. What a great relationship. People never learn. Well, fast forward to this afternoon. She's not home. I'm looking around for my laptop. I have finals due the next day, and I need to start working. Keep in mind, I do have another laptop that I just bought to replace my old one, but I haven't set it up yet, and to manage my fickle ADHD motivation, I was going to set that up on my computer as a reward for completing my finals on my old laptop. I can't find my laptop anywhere. It's not in the place I always leave it. Missing hat, big drama fest, and now her laptop is missing. That ain't a coincidence. Somebody is just a giant psycho. Well, my gut immediately says that she took it or moved it, but I decide to look around first and make sure I didn't miss anything. I look everywhere, and I text her, "Did you take my laptop with you?" She takes a while to text back, saying, "No, I don't have your laptop." I ask if she's seen it, and she can check her iCloud since it used to be connected. "No, it's been disconnected for a while," she texts, and I text again, "Okay, so you have seen it." No reply. Now, I'm 95% convinced she's lying to me, but I didn't want to believe it that she would actually do this. Given all the drama he'd been through, I believe it. I don't even know the jerk. Well, she comes home in the evening, and I ask again about my laptop. She sits on the couch, not looking at me, focusing on something else while I'm asking to talk to her about it. She chortles at my suggestion that the only other logical option is you don't have it and it's not in the apartment, or that it's stolen. We live in a building. I kept pressing her, and she says offhandedly, "I don't know, did you check the closet?" She walks over to the closet to put her jacket away, and I walk over to watch her, suspecting she would pull it out of the bag or something like that. I didn't see her move anything, and I ask, "Why would you suggest that closet specifically?" Drama, drama, drama. This goes on for a few more minutes, with her smiling smugly and snickering, and I'm getting increasingly upset. She's telling me she's too busy to help me find my laptop by answering my questions. Finally, I walk over to the closet, the tiniest piece of doubt wondering if maybe I didn't check it fully, and lo and behold, it's sitting right there on top of some jackets, the same jackets I completely pulled out of the closet while digging through to find my laptop. It wasn't there before. Well, obviously, because we know how the story goes, she hid it on purpose because she's mad because she couldn't find her freaking hat. Even though she's a slob and crap is everywhere. Yeah, what a healthy relationship. What a great thing to keep getting back to after breaking up multiple times. And this goes into to show you, you really get to know somebody by moving in with them. I absolutely lose, and I'm livid. I'm yelling at her that she is weird and this was cruel and disgusting behavior. I tell her I don't want to be in a relationship with her, and I do not want to be in a relationship like this. Well, good for you. But this probably has come up before. Once I say that, she doubles down since I broke up with her and just proceeds to dismiss that it's just a computer and it's not that serious, and was attempting still to make it seem like it was there in the closet the whole time. It turns out she hid it on the top shelf, the only place in this entire apartment I didn't check. Mind you, she has finals coming up. She needs her computer. There's going to be notes on there and other things for her to do a good job. Her school's important to her, and this girl doesn't care. She still has not apologized and said she has no reason to since we're broken up. Her response and the whole situation made me feel sick to my stomach. I absolutely hate pranks. She knows this, and this wasn't even a prank. She basically admitted to doing this because she was pissed at me for losing her hat. Mind you, I found the damn hat while looking for my laptop exactly where I said it would be. Drama, drama, drama. I'm going to keep freaking saying this. Girls in drama. Now, if this was a first-time incident, then I could say, okay, you can kind of feel bad for someone like this. But since they repeatedly have had breakups, probably over dumb drama like this, I don't feel bad for her. But it's funny. That's why I'm doing the story. This feels extremely serious to me. It doesn't feel like a petty little act. It feels disrespectful, like a breach of my privacy and our shared space, and genuinely cruel. I told her, I don't think you can care for someone and love them and do something like this, intentionally cause them distress, confusion, and harm. I cannot fathom how this would play out. Well, you're 100% right. Someone you care about, you don't do this crap to. The whole process of breaking up is daunting, and I historically have not been very good at maintaining my boundaries and my resolve when breaking up in the past. There you go. You don't have self-respect. And by you not sticking to your boundaries, you taught her she can treat you like crap, and you'll keep coming back. See, guys, this is no different, this lesbian relationship, than a hetero relationship. Same thing, dealing with pain-in-the-ass girlfriends. I initiated, but we were both expressing unhappiness. We live together now, and while the apartment is spacious, it is challenging to split up rooms. Only one bed, and the other room is still being used as storage. And finding a new apartment is even more challenging with financial constraints, having just moved so recently. I've been feeling a lot of frustration with our dynamics aside from this situation, as has she. I love her a lot, but I'm at my wit's end. I don't know if things will get better or if we are doomed. We tried couples counseling again recently, and it didn't go very well. The partner was shut down and didn't like the therapist. Our communication is not improving. I need advice on how to move forward in this situation. Now, before I go on to the updates here, because they are amusing here, just to show you how psycho this girl is. See, guys, this is no different than hetero relationships. A man, a woman. The same crap that these crazy bees pull. And I don't feel bad for this girl because she's behaving like the simp guy who keeps taking the girl back after she's acted like an a-hole. See? Human nature, human behavior, it's the same in all different dynamics here. It's amazing. But this girl's nuts. And this is why usually when there's a breakup the first time, it's usually not going to work out the second time you get back together. Now on to her update. She says here, I posted a few days ago, blah, 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 about my partner having revenge on me accidentally misplacing her hat, and me breaking up with her about the whole thing with the laptop. An update. I've been avoiding speaking to her, sleeping on the couch, getting my affairs in order quietly. She's been finding ways to try and rage bait me. Bees be crazy. Last night, 2 o'clock in the morning, she comes in the living room where I'm sleeping to ask where I put my rose toy. A rose toy? Is that like a vibrator? Is that like code for vibrator? I put it away because it's mine. It was always meant to be my personal toy, but she took a quasi-ownership of it, and I simply don't want her using it anymore. Okay, I'm guessing that's what it was, what I just said. She proceeds to harass me for 40 minutes straight to tell her where it is, to please give it to her, that she needs it to sleep. As she disrupts my sleep, I had to lock myself in the bathroom twice because she wouldn't respect me telling her to leave me alone and kept coming back. At the end of this tirade, she asks, when are you leaving for the holiday trip? I tell her I don't know, and please leave me alone and let me sleep. No, I just need to know, she says, when you're going to be gone for an extended period of time, because yeah, I just need to know. Implying she needs to know when I'll be gone so she can get off her rocks with somebody else in the house. I don't get to sleep until 3 o'clock in the morning. Well, she gets up at 7:30 in the morning. She never gets up this early, comes to the living room, loudly tries to hug me. And I was sleeping. I tell her, please do not touch me. She says, really? How long are we going to do this for? I pull the covers over my face and try to ignore her and stay calm. She pulls them off my face to ask me a question. She proceeds to turn on all the lights, even though it is already bright. She blends something, for no exaggeration, for 20 minutes straight. She stomps around, slams doors loudly, rummages through items. I stay under the covers and just contain my energy. Drama, drama, drama. Bees be crazy. I don't feel bad for this girl because obviously this wasn't the first time this girl has probably behaved in this manner. This girl, again, when you take somebody back who treats you like crap repeatedly, you just tell them they can treat you like crap, and no matter what, you're always going to take them back. We're going to learn something, even though this is 2 girls in this story. Before she leaves, she again tries to hug me after I told her multiple times to please do not touch me. She forces a kiss on my head and says, I love you, and asks how long we're going to do this. Finally, she leaves for the day. When I get up, I see that she's turned the heater in the living room up to 86 degrees from 70 degrees to make me hot and uncomfortable. We have pets. Man, this chick's nuts. I just want to update because I need to hear how messed up, manipulative, and abusive this is. And I just want to witness myself by writing this down. And be witnessed by others. I can't wait to get myself out of here. Man, oh man. Now to the final update. She says here, after this post, I may have to switch to posting in the abusive relationship subcategory. I am abundantly clear now this was indeed more than a breakup worthy. I started reading, why does he do that? after a couple recommended a book that I circled around for years but subconsciously avoided to protect my own denial. Why is this book titled, Why Does He Do That? Why can't the book be titled, Why Does She Do That? It's instantly putting on the guys that we're the villains always. Clearly not the case. This relationship has been nothing but abusive. I feel like a veil has been lifted, a bubble burst, and I'm so grateful for this clarity, although it comes at a high emotional cost. I'm still getting things in order. I fear that she'll find these posts, if she hasn't already, because she knows how much I use Reddit and can find it with keywords. I don't know if it matters though, and as she just read my journal, where I wrote extensively about all her instances of abuse for my own records. While I was on a walk, I meant to bring her along with me, but I left in a rush and was disoriented. When I returned, she said something that made it clear to me that she was reading my journal. Man, this chick has no respect at all for her. She has done this before, knowing that my journals are sacred to me. Oh, she's done this before, and yet you took her back. And by the way, you guys are probably like, SSM, where are the smacks here? Well, good question. And I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to be accused of smacking the fairer sex and getting kicked off YouTube. Yeah, someone might use that against me, but you know I'm thinking it. I stated, I assume you read my journal, and she proceeded to verbally say bad things to me for over 30 minutes, calling me insane, mocked me repeatedly about the journal, called me all kinds of names. When I ignored her, she got in my face and banging on the table to get my attention and tried to pull my headphones off. I have receipts of most of this tirade. Somebody's off their freaking meds. Somebody's unhinged. And let me guess, this girl telling the story thought she could save her. Again, aside from the statistics about divorce rates being the highest with girl-on-girl couples, I've also heard abuse is the highest among them. Maybe you guys have heard this too. Here's another example. And no, I'm not saying they're all like this. This is after 2 nights straight of her blasting music to continue to disturb my sleep. Last night she played the same song over and over again from 10 p.m. to 9 a.m., a song by someone she was romantically interested in and almost hooked up with, like Jan from The Office. It'd be funny if it wasn't so wicked. I lost my patience last night and banged on the door and yelled for her to put on the headphones. She wanted me to do this because now she's saying I've been harassing her. Classic. There was maybe a 15-minute break when she started the same song up again at 9:30, screaming, singing, stomping, slapping, etc. Drama, drama, drama. Bitches be crazy. Well, my family's coming to get me and the pets, and I'll be away and safe for a while. I want to extend a sincere thank you to everyone who has commented and asked for updates. I have anxiety about these posts being up, but it's cathartic to write them down, and it helps me hold myself accountable and be held accountable and strengthen my resolve. Holy mackerel, that is a crazy one. And my response to this gal is this. You need to get you and those pets as far away from her as possible. Do not let her have those pets. She might do something to them just to spite you. She is nuts, okay? She is evil. But you are not innocent in this. Clearly, there's been lots of problems, and she's shown you her true colors, no doubt numerous times over the years, and you kept getting back with her. That is your fault. You know? You need, in my opinion, to get some serious help to help you unravel why it is you get involved with someone like this and keep taking them back and not enforcing boundaries like you said. If you don't do this, you're going to either get back with her or get in a relationship with someone just like this down the road. I'm telling you right now because people have a history of attracting the same type of person. And until they learn, this chick is nuts. So for God's sakes, get away from her. Do whatever you got to do. Work things out with your family to stay with them till you find a new place. But you cannot get back with her ever again. She is not only destroying your whole well-being, but she's also messing up potentially school and other things. This is never going to work. And I don't care what kind of freaking crying routine she pulls to take you back. Don't do it. So best of luck. So guys, right there, the point I was trying to make from the beginning, that all this is a girl-on-girl relationship, it's the same crap that guys can go through. And if you do the same thing, and in this situation, she was doing the same thing that guys do. Taking back somebody that's clearly nuts, teaching that person they can trim like crap and they'll always take them back, and it'll only worsen and worsen and worsen. I'm sure she was cheating on her too during the whole process, and you have to cut these people off and move on. But yeah, the same crap happens just on the other side. It's amazing. So, and again, they love drama and B words be crazy. Alright guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. And guys, you find a good story, it's entertaining, you want me to cover, send it my way, strongsuccessfulmail@gmail.com. And if it's a good one, I'll definitely cover it. And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. I'll catch you next time.